maybe take the last shot if they can. So here it goes, up high, over to the nest, and you know the rest.
What a save there by .com.
Has a pass, 8 seconds, and in a hot second.
Mr. Negro coming away with it, sending it right back. Nice triangular passing and having the opportunity. Mr. Negro coming through.
It didn't take him long to get there. This team is fast.
And they're going to lose it again off that headbutt. You see how they recover. Absolutely incredible. Able to force Ignite to lose possession and then quickly reorient themselves and retrieve it. And then just Jaywalker sending a rocket.
They're pushing the bubble here, but no, he finds his teammate cutting in, and it does get saved, though, by Copenhagen. He's able to make that clear.
Yeah, Copen making it happen. As another clear is going to be just taken out, though, by the intercept, but Noah Steele flying through and flying hot on the shot. It's a 3-point goal for Copenhagen.
Oh, my God!
Rocket will come away with possession. I didn't even see that happen, so he's going to send it up to the ceiling, and they're going to have that angle, and they're going to have 3 points, so sealable bag, they're going to tie it up.
Over 150 teams. Hours of live commentated matches every single day.
Gonna do some juice. Oh my goodness.
It's not an esport, it's the sport. You can play anywhere in the league. You can play in anytime. Full body, full team play. This is VRML Echo Arena.
Well, hello. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining me. I'm Palidore. This is VR Master League Season 2, Week 5, the final matches of the night and of the week. And we've got ourselves another Master Tier matchup between Anomaly and Illumidotty. Of course, Anomaly, we saw them earlier on today in Oculus venues. Illumidotty, they've been a frequent in Oculus venues, not this week granted, but the other couple weeks that we've done it. And of course, full of very recognizable faces here and super talented ones at that. So getting started with that pretty soon. But indeed, for those joining us here, welcome, welcome. Good to have ya. See Whoosh and the Red Rider, as well as Meatball. With the classic Meatball stuff. How's it going? See, Red Rider asking, can we have the video that Uga... No, you can't. It's okay, Meatballer. One day you will learn how to be nice, and I'll learn not to be disappointed as your Palidore. Anyway, still saw them earlier as well there for Spaghetti, and it was a very good game indeed. Strong match being shown in Anomaly versus Spagoodles. And, yeah, a lot of good ones there. Remember being particularly impressed as well. We saw that debut of sorts in the exhibition match of Project Mayhem. And that was an interesting match to watch as well. Very, very interesting. Versus the Wireless Jacks. But that said, can't dwell on that too much because we do have the start of the round here. They had that Instinct game as well versus... Oop, hold on. My thing's not working. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Getting underway here, though. Instinct versus Zero. Having gamepad issues again. But over here will be taken by, let's see, Sweet Tooth with a disc. And that was a fun game as well. Instinct Zero. Interesting one at that. We had that comeback in the second round by Instinct. And then gotta also shout out to that Barrage versus Toxin match. One of the better matches, best match perhaps of the night. Just super close. That said, taking it back is Chocolate here for Anomaly. Trying to come through with some fire and some strength as they seek out that disc. Heat seeking as Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth came out earlier with a nice bounce shot attempt, but earlier in that Venues match had some great defensive stops. Really, the struggle was just the offensive shots, and as I say that, one goes right off for the dots. That's Illumidotty as Chocolate dances in the mid lane for no other reason than to just get jiggy with it. We're going back to that reference from the earlier stream. I don't even know if the player who asked for that is still in there, but nonetheless, it's going to go to the opposite side here. Bounced very low into the gold zone. QL Young taking that away and giving it to Wit over there in the tunnel. Now down the lane, there goes the flybys on the stack as some more flies come in. Just ever so aggressive and quick are these Anomaly folk. Moment's notice. You can blink your eye, and then suddenly they are all up in your vision, just punching you out. QL Young with a disc here at the mid line will take it up and over through the mid lane. Sweet Tooth there, the clear. Chocolate, that's going to bounce again, so going for those bounce shots perhaps, but nonetheless going to be taken back by Chocolate. Chocolate getting stunned, and now out for Wits, finding QL. Q over here in the corner, or in the tunnel by the corner pockets. Just trying to make the proper passes here as a nice spacing goes through. Top, bottom, and center all around. Just the spacing really good for Illumidotty. Still scoreless here. First couple minutes. So Burbs with the disc trying to change just that. You can see all this bothering occurring inside the goal on those Sweet Tooth and -0. So over to Speedy V. Couldn't get it through that cluster up. All up in the lane. It's a nice defense. Maybe it can turn into offense. No, Speedy V coming through. Line by. And sending it on the throat into the gold zone. Couple players for Illumidotty reaching there, but unfortunately for them, no results. The back outs here, maybe going to turn into an opportunity, but Wit getting rid of it quickly there. Had a little bit of time to work with it, but they're just going to kind of settle in. And I think, you know, for both these teams, we see this at times where it takes a couple minutes, and then I think settling down. There's a lot of this this quick play being had, and part of that is the feeling out process. When you have teams, you know, maybe play a little bit differently paced at times, it's kind of the adjustments you got to make, figuring out, you know, how exactly to maneuver and handle that. It's always a tough thing. But definitely for Anomaly, a speedy team, and that is a save for Illumidotty. Kind of the same thing, you know. They have a good mixture throughout their tenure in VRML as they go in for a nice juke. It's Burbs the first 2 points. Risky juke at that, to be honest. Almost maybe juked himself out, but Burbs doing a nice job to get the first conversion. And yeah, 3 minutes expired, and that was just a very big back and forth series. All right, so as we go over here, -0 gonna go for a pass over to Sweet Tooth. And over there, Speedy V getting a angle. Couldn't get the conversion, but the second attempt, oh, almost saved by -0. Unfortunately, the 0 meter goal indeed for -0 going in. So almost a save, couldn't quite get that. Good to see -0 back in the game though. Was set to play in that venues match, but very tough last minute, unexpected tech issues. Suddenly they could not roll with their full 4. So as they say that, a shot goes off the bounce and right back in off the backboard. QL Young. Always very skilled at just that added touch off the glass. Which is to say just the backboard. It's not glass in Echo, that's just basketball. But you know what I'm getting at. Also, my attempt to cast the game. Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you guys in the chat. But as Mo Angry said at some point above, don't be rude. Be nice. How many times do I have to end my streams by saying be happy, healthy, and safe and good to each other as they go for a score, but couldn't get the conversion. So not good on that one. And the disc going to be flung into the side, where it's taken here by Speedy. Speedy in the stride, unable to find too much with that. Wits collecting the disc. There is one in the backfield here, or in the goal rather, for Anomaly trying to get the disc back. Sweet Tooth is going to come away with that one from the side and just working up the floor. You can see the stack approaching Speedy and Wits, but now just contesting Negative and Co. And they're going to go now for the retrieval, but Wit with plenty of time to spare. Interesting noting on Wit, seen him in recent weeks. Haven't talked to him personally yet about it, but I'm just curious when this goalie transformation happened, because I've been seeing Wit play inside goal a fairly regular amount more often, and actually getting a lot of saves and showing the offensive intensity is Burbs. See, I mentioned in the last stream I haven't been confusing the names too much, but with all these players continuously changing their names and adding dashes, bound to happen now and then. But see, Burbs, historically, back when I first met him and as a player, not just in real life, but just in the game and such. Strong goalie, strong defender for sure. But such a long time ago, and in that sense, at this level, you see these players maybe known for one thing, whether it's offense or defense. But once they get into this master tier, and to stay here, you have to be good at a little bit of everything, and that's exactly what these players all are at this point. Just showing incredible, acute accuracy and strength. There's a speed. See what I mean? Speedy V. A little bit of everything. Because the moment you come into one of these Master Tier matches with any weak points is the moment that you get exposed. It's a fact. We see it time and again. You get the hurting put on you anytime these little tiny mistakes happen. So Anomaly here being held down without a score yet. It took about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes in fact, to get that first goal for Illumidotty in this round. And yet since then, that was all they really needed to start pulling ahead and scoring with some good succession. And for Anomaly, trying to find some of the same, get that rhythm, get that steam, start heating up here for a good bounce pass there. Sweet Tooth. Oh, tough angle on that, trying to kind of look right in between the knees and either find a teammate or a goal or something or other. But either way, it was just very tough to wrangle that one in. They will get there first off the good stack here. Acorn finding that clear through. Look at that speed now. Really fast is Sweet Tooth and Chocolate. Maybe a little too fast, and they don't get the initial grab. Wit's will, so Wit sends it to the midfield, and there's Acorn with another grab. So now being taken here by Chocolate, and Chocolate going to pass it over to the opposite end up in the cloud. There's Acorn falling from the tree and into the corner pass. Not going to be received by anyone immediately, but Sweet Tooth now trying to bounce right off the bottom, but will not be dropped because Speedy showing his defense now. There is exactly what I'm saying. Everyone doing everything as that shot doesn't ring into the goal, and now right back out to the top of the ramp, taken here by Acorn. Acorn getting stunned. QL Young trying to get one back, and now on a very decisive attack from Wit. there it is, the 14th point for Illumidotty. Gilligan earlier saying, fun fact, Pally, we call the Wireless Jacks calls the barrier glass. Oh, there you go. Good to know. Some call it glass, some call it shield. Sputnik calls it the sneeze guard. Whatever it is, it's a thing. I can't confirm. A lot of different names for a lot of different geos. There really is only a few things in the arena that have a universal name at this point. You know, goal, backboard, nest, bow tie, but even that is barely universal. But you know what? Hurling it in is Illumidotty for the 17th points, scoring again and coming in with a lot more strength down these last 7 minutes compared to the first 3. So now that feel-out process definitely, well, completed, and Illumidotty starting to really show that strength. So through the midfield into the trench, it's going to be taken out by that rebounder, Burbs, coming in with some pretty good stacks, those chains. I mean, see, even those things, talk about words that aren't universal. You got stacks, you got chains, kind of the same thing, really. You got trains. At the moment, Speedy V trying to claim one more goal, maybe, for the Dotty. And the spot, it's QL Young with a shot at 19 points here as we do wind down this first round going in their favor. This is this will be a lone stream by the by, one off, and then we have one more to close the night. Let me check on that one as well in just a second for you as I get these scores in. I hate myself. I forgot. Here's your stats because I didn't get the bot open. So irresponsible. All right, you can berate me, chat. I give you permission. In any case, there's your stats for you. It's Speedy with 3, 2 assists, 2 saves. Wit with, there you go, 2 points, 4 saves. 16 stuns. Burbs, 8 points, 1 save. QL with 4 points, 1 assist, 1 save. 22 stuns as well. For Anomaly, I mean, they kind of the same case as earlier. We saw it against Spaghetti. They had some good defensive stands and got some saves on the board for sure, but just were unable to turn it into the points. I mean, Acorn there, 8 stuns, and you have -0 and Sweet Tooth with 2 apiece on the saving end of things. Steal as well for Sweet Tooth and 10 stuns. Chocolate with a save, a steal, and 11 stuns. Now checking it out real quick. Yeah, Fierce, Kittens, and Riot. So that's going to be in about 45 minutes from now, and that will be our last stream of the week unless there's some last-minute challenge matches. If there are any, I'll totally cast it. Call my bluff on that one. Never know. But as this round does begin, all right, launch underway, and oh, very, very fast from Anomaly. Now Anomaly on the great redirects, changing directions really fast there. I know I'm saying the words a lot, but you know what? Blazing through on the shot. Sweet Tooth. Good score for Anomaly. 11 seconds in, so completely blitzing Illumidotty there off the neutral joust, able to secure a goal after going scoreless in that initial round. So good stuff from them and from Sweet Tooth. All right, so over there to the flyby. Was that stack again, just trying to do what Anomaly does, which is to say collect themselves on those stacks and just really pressure these players on offense. And that's what they need to keep doing. There you go. There's another one. So nice stunning, nice flying and regathering on the stacks. Of course, Illumidotty, they are a tough team to maneuver around when it comes to forcing the passes because they are often very precise and capable, you know, from the team play end of things. It's what they're known for. That said, there's the speed and going to undo any good things that Illumidotty was building up, and now offering a chance for Anomaly to maybe get another goal. We'll see. If they can go up 4-0 in this round, maybe even 5, I mean, that would be huge for them. Again, just considering the context of this game and the momentum that they did not have. Well, there it is again. They do have a shot. Chocolate with a chocolate dip in for the goal. 4 points. Excellent job from Anomaly. Oh, Angry saying, this thing is my favorite call-out. Alduin shouting out the speed. From Anomaly, no doubt. Alduin, of course, also a member of this Illumidotty team. After joining for that venues match on that first week. Always fun to see as Wits trying to find themselves a goal. So Illumidotty now taking control there. Some very quick passing, but nobody home. There was speed again coming in from Anomaly and just blazing by. And look, another three-pointer. Wow. What a turnaround from Anomaly here. 7 points to 0. This is basically a reversal of what we saw in round 1. Completely, because if you recall, in round 1, it took 3 minutes to get the first score, and that went Illumidotty's favor. And then they went on to close out that game, keeping Anomaly scoreless. But Anomaly in second round, in the first 2.5 minutes, already 3 scores, and they're holding Illumidotty scoreless. I also want to point out how tough it is to not get tongue-tied. Anomaly, Illumidotty, that's a lot of syllables that are hard to say. I need to do some rap warm-ups with them, if nothing else. But geez, over here on the stuns, a lot of them in the goal. It's going to enable Anomaly to maybe pull up ahead again. So slinging it Frisbee style over to the nest, but over to the midfield it goes. Going to be taken out by Chocolate. Chocolate checking the teammates there and right back to the station. Now -0 stationed on this end. Maybe a pass intended for him. Unfortunately, it will be off and taken by Illumidotty. So now they're going to try and put it together on the stacks and get themselves that 3-point goal. And it's going to be made by Speedy V. Very timely 3 for Illumidotty. And that's going to be much needed. For Anomaly's side, gonna be hurting a little bit. Feeling like they could have pulled ahead by 9 or even 10 points if they had gotten the offense together on the other end, but instead now cut to just 5. Still, though, Anomaly can't feel too bad because they've been coming through with some heat in this round, but cannot let those minor mistakes happen because you know Illumidotty, they will punish. And looking to do just that as Burbs takes a shot, but nice snag out there from -0. Now there is a great stack, but this pass may be too soft. So again, minor mistakes. We're talking these just small ones where it looks like Anomaly has a great opportunity at scoring, but just losing it on that last play and that last pass. And a Speedy V as a result, going for the cross to QL Young. Easy does it, puts it home. It's a 2-point match now. Illumidotty just punishing Anomaly. So 2 in a row for Illumidotty. For Anomaly, they need to come right back. I need to figure out a more efficient way to call these names. Anomaly and Dotty, maybe. That's still kind of tough. Yeah, all right, well, regardless, it's a 2-point match about halfway through the second round. In order to force that third round, Anomaly needs to keep it going. And going they are. So passing it back once and twice over to the bow tie and back to the bottom. But the miscommunication on the pass, so maybe intended for that anchored player at shoulder, but nobody there. And Illumidotty, they've already punished 2 times in a row. Maybe make it 3 in a second. Let's see. To the bottom of the floor, going to be collected by Illumidotty. And Dotty with the throw over to Wit. And Wit ties it up. Ties Wit up. And nice comeback from Illumidotty. Would not be the first time with any Dotty roster. We've seen just that ability to stay cool and come back. Time and time again. All right, so with that, Chocolate rolling out very quickly on this launch, going to bounce a few different places before finding Acorn. Acorn, a good duck through, and a pass intended for Sweet Tooth, but you can see the nice defense being played there from Burbs on the stun as well. Here, Speedy trying to contest that one. Now Chocolate and Acorn maybe looking for a stack, a couple different stacks trying to collect that disc and eventually getting to it. But, oh, taken out, hold on, by Burbs. Losing the handles off the Geo, will take a bounce. Now going for a pass up there, cut off very nicely from Acorn, some timely defense and just spotting that player trying to spot up on the backboard. Always a great place to aim for the passing plays, for the easy shots, for the bounce over into the awaiting hands of Anomaly, but the defense still getting back for Dotty. Into the passing play, and Acorn finally stopping the bleeding with a couple points of their own. So back up by 2 here after allowing Dotty to score 3 times in a row. Anomaly very happy to see that go through.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Too old to game in the chat there, asking if comms are closed. Yeah, typically for quests, maybe less options. They do have, you know, the Oculus parties chat and things like that. But typically for a lot of these veteran teams and such, they do use private comms, whether Discord or Mumble. And right now, not even gonna stumble. Speedy V. And it's been a rumble, 9-9 for Illumidotty, tying it up, 3 minutes remaining. But yes, on PC side of things, people typically use Discord or Mumble. There's a Mumble plugin actually maintained, I do believe, by QL Young still. So if I'm wrong, correct me, because I don't use it myself, but Mumble plugin that does allow for the positional audio. Now, of course, I know from a Rad's side of things, Ready at Dawn, they expressed intent, I think, eventually, hopefully in the near future, to incorporate those private comms into private matches at the very least, by default in the game. But yes, otherwise you're correct in your assumption. Mostly private comms, so for these type of streams, we do like to leave the open comms on just to catch the little blurbs here and there that occasionally come through. Usually friendly, usually fun. Usually. -0 here on the offense. 2 minutes 23 remaining as they space out very, very patiently, but maybe not patiently enough, kind of throwing it into 3 different defenders awaiting by. But that said, getting by on the attempt. -0 again, grabbing a rebound here. Chocolate as well. Chocolate going for that backboard play and maneuvering around Sweet Tooth. But again, just not a lot of space because of that nice defensive aggression being played intently by Illumidotty. So Illumidotty now losing the disc out to Anomaly. Every single score, that's crunch time, so it's going to count all the more. Bouncing into the bubble now. 2-point zone. And nobody home in the mid lane except for Sweet Tooth. So Sweet Tooth is soft pass to Chocolate. 140 remaining. Strong on that one, but maybe a self-rebound here for Chocolate, as well as -0 in the area. Immediate pass. There we go, and the shot is hit. Chocolate, the assist. Sweet Tooth brings them up by 2. And could it be Anomaly forcing this round 3? Do hope so. We've been unfortunately lacking on them today. Maybe I finally Caster's Curse it because I've been raving about how many round 3s we've gotten across many, many streamed matches these last couple weeks. So I want to see one here to at least end the week. It'd be great. QL Young, though, to Speedy. Speedy slowed down by the stuns. And now Chocolate breaking away. Might be paving the way for another one. Grabbed by Wit, however. So Chocolate almost doing the work there to close this off and maybe make some ice, but still, Wit and co for Illumidotty, they're going to be in this one. Still a little bit of time to spare. Now that deep shot's going to be a little too low, bouncing off the backboard and down into the ramp. Outside, though, it's slapped by Chocolate and Sweet Tooth, stacking up. At the moment, the goal needs to just be covered off. 30 seconds left at the very worst. Make Illumidotty shoot a 2. Do not give up any 3s at this point, as that pass just right through the hands there of Speedy, so unable to gather that. Once again, just careful for no 3s, and looks like with 15 seconds left and a clear, we might be on the way indeed. Let's see, one more shot perhaps going to be flung, but no, being stunned instead, and right off the backboard, couldn't convert on it, but doesn't matter. 5 seconds remaining. Anomaly, the round 3. And what a nice comeback round for Anomaly. Grouping up together, it is not easy, make no mistake. Going down and being shut out in the first round the way that they were, almost a mercy at that in round 1. To be able to come back with that kind of just stalwart, play where they didn't just give up and say, okay, well, that's it, we're done. No, they planted their flag in the dirt and they came back. And as a result, we do indeed have that 3rd round. Happy to say. Now, it looks like the teams did rematch. We might be getting a tech time. Well, not a tech timeout. Just a 5-minute intermission, perhaps. Those don't count towards your timeouts once they're between rounds. So someone on Anomaly restarting, it would seem. Looks like Acorn. So might be a little extended intermission here. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. But taking a look at the stats, minding you that these stats are also just from the 2nd round because I was a goof and... Actually, maybe not. Let me see. Are these... Can't see them on my screen. No, actually, those might be good, I think. Maybe, possibly. Let's see. Trying to math it out. I think I'm good. Shout out to Ignite. I love you guys. So... was 8 points for Speedy V, 3 assists, 3 saves. QL Young, 6 points, 2 assists. For Wits, 4 points, 4 saves, 34 stuns, notably. And Burbs, the 8 points, 2 assists, 2 saves. Meanwhile, for Anomaly, in a very successful second round. You see those 5 points and 2 assists from Chocolate, as well as 37 stuns, leading the way in brawls. -0 with 4 saves and 11 stuns. Sweet Tooth, 4 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 2 steals, 25 stuns, and then Acorn, pair of points, pair of assists, and 14 stuns to leave enemy teams in disrepair. And Acorn, speaking of, just got back in the game, so I expect we'll start this third round up fairly soon here. And friendly reminder, don't be toxic. What is the purpose? I ask sometimes. I see from people who come into the community and stay and play and compete. Care for each other, love each other. For if you don't, why stay here for this long? I don't buy it. I know we got a lot of personalities in the community and things like that. I get it. But no one stays around here this long and competes unless they actually care about what people think of them. So you know what? Treat each other well. Tired of the stir craziness. Anyway, into the third round soon, I think. We saw like another restart, so I'm not sure if there's maybe some persistent issues being had here. There's a lot of... Maybe I should turn on the comms and get a listen. I'm not sure. But yes, do not make us bring out hammers. I hate bringing out hammers, but you guys got to do better. Don't upset Palidore. Makes me sad. You just get Pally sad. Because otherwise, I don't want to see the stuff that I see sometimes about people saying, you know, oh, with all the increased activity in Echo Arena and the bigger community, things are going down the tube. No, it's not the case. How come a lot of the issues are from the people who've been here since before the quest? Eh? How about that? Be good. Now Speedy here. That's a real good shot for the first 2 for Illumidotty. Who upset the Pally? Who did it? I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. Isn't that what a dad's supposed to say? Like I said, look, we're all in this for similar or same reasons, and I'm pretty sure the reason is not to hate on each other. Correct? Seems like the biggest waste of time otherwise. So that's all I'm getting at. Just want some unity in the community as we get some continuity in this round 3. And I'm sorry I'm getting pretty silly, but I'm just trying to distract and detract. And Wit here coming back for Illumidotty with a pass off the back wall and into the side. It's taken here by Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth being assaulted there by a few different players. Now it's going to be collected by QL Young, dipping on through. So some nice moves from QL Young showing the patience. And there's the 4-player separation there. You can see forming on the floor, just perfect spacing just about from Illumidotty. And look at that. Even as the rectangle, the square gets smaller and smaller as they fly into the goal. Still some good defense being shown from Anomaly here, some brawls as well. But that's the kind of spacing you see at this advanced level of play as it gets taken away by Sweet Tooth. And Sweet Tooth getting it to go. And Anomaly continuing to impress in this third round now and across these last 30 minutes, 20 plus minutes. All right, so that being said, off to the next joust here. It's going to be Illumidotty jousting out its Wit. Going to Speedy and Speedy back to Wit. Of course, 2 longtime players, well, really everyone on this team. I mean, talk about players that back when I was competing a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, these were the players that I was competing against at the, at the top of my days, my prime days. And it's still great to see them all here involved in the game. And right now, getting involved on the offense, but devolving into a slap out by Wits, and now right back to Acorn. Acorn trying to get that clear, and already on the boost, wasting no time, is Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth just slightly off, and those ones are the ones I was talking about in round 2, where if you don't convert on those ones, Illumidotty is bound to make you hurt and punished. So luckily for Anomaly, they get it back, and playing really well. Like I said, super impressed by Anomaly, but just as well Illumidotty. That is what they do, very well aware on when to dive on the goal. But look at the speed yet again. Chocolate getting it back, the reset. So beautiful job from Anomaly and Illumidotty. Both the same. This is kind of like a, fast-moving object, unstoppable force. I forget the exact phrase, but you get what I'm getting at as Burbs gets the disc back and sends it through the bottom of the floor, through the ramp, and into the mid lane. So Chocolate's going for that passover, but Speedy nabs it out of the air. Now it's going to go into the top of the cloud, be taken by Acorn. Acorn now, Speedy grabbing the disc, making a play, and look at that hit. 27 meters deep, Speedy showing the offense, but not a surprise at all. Again, Speedy, I've said it before on stream, and I'll say it again as well. Speedy has long, in my eyes, been one of the more, if not most, underrated players, at least prior to VRML. I think we've seen so many streams from Illumidotty and, you know, making that championship run in the pre-season 1 back in December. I don't think anyone doubts Speedy at all, but just, you know, got to give full credit because in the past I felt like he always made such huge improvements and was really one of the best all-around players that I personally played with or against at times. So I'm always glad to see him in the matches and having success on Illumidotty. Of course, talk about players I've teamed up with. I mean, there's Wit. But that said, there's Wit. There's Wit, exactly. So Wit with these saves, slapping it out once, maybe twice. No, Juggle it, not very nice. Put some strength and some funk behind that dunk. And that's a 5-point tie in round 3. Been exciting. Sputnik Cobra also shouting out Speedy as being one of the smartest players in the game. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. I just, season to season, always notable. You know, like low-key, Speedy has always been on one of the top couple teams consistently, as Sweet Tooth goes up by 2. And it is true, it is Tooth, it is craziness here in the 3rd round. Anomaly stepping up big time. Now Illumidotty, they're going to be in control here on this joust advantage. They still have 5 minutes to work with. And I would almost say if this is the kind of back and forth pace we're going to see, it would almost, hold on, the shot almost on. Now it's going to roll up to the top here of the shoulder. Anomaly, a chance to go up ahead perhaps. Let's see, Sweet Tooth, the pass, the dunk, and that's 2 in a row, the double dunk. Where's Tony when you need him? What did he call it? Dunkachino, I think. Sorry, I'm exposing my inner boomer now, apparently. I think that's what he refers those to. Whatever. Whatever the case, it's a 4-point lead for Anomaly. There's still 4.5 minutes left. So again, basically, if you're just trading goal for goal, I feel like longer term that's to the advantage of Illumidotty. If it's just a matter of these, you know, the speedy plays, these quick back and forth plays, that kind of favors Anomaly a bit more, I would think. So, you know, if Dotty is allowed their offense here to roll up the floor, they might be good again to score and just bring it closer. There's Wit patiently dishing it to Burbs. Now Burbs going to be shielded a little bit there by the defense, shaded off. Speedy, nice delivery there. Speedy to Wit. And that was pinpoint and gorgeous on the dump-in for 2. 3:50 remaining in round 3. 2-point advantage, Anomaly. Late toast. Ah, yes, Dunkachino. Was I right? I don't know. I've just seen that phrase thrown around on Twitch. I try to keep up with your memes, but sometimes I get a little bit off on those. I don't understand everything you throw at me, but you know, I appreciate most of it. Usually the chat is all fun. Fun and games right here, though. This fun game is continuing on with 3:20 left in the clock, and Wit's fortunate there. Good positioning, though, getting the intercept and just trying to evade the stack there. Speedy V over to the barrier, and there you go. The carrier, Wit. Back-to-back goals to tie it again. So, as I was mentioning before, a couple jousts ago, right? If Illumidotty came in and they were able to work in their slow offense and just kind of trade these goals and just play at their pace, that's going to be to their advantage. And just like that, they were able to do that slower move up. 2 goals in a row. Maybe for 3. Let's see the deep shots. Slightly off, but gently guided in by the speeding missile that is Speedy V. 2 points ahead now for Illumidotty. So 3 goals in a row being claimed for the blue team. Like I said, craziness. Anomaly, however, now this is the point where you got to hunker down. And I know mentioning how Anomaly is one of those up-and-coming, uprising teams, you know, a lot of supremely talented players without a doubt on this team, but this is kind of what I talked about with experienced teams, right, where it's a lot of them, like these guys here, who've been playing for years now, all of them. This is where it's like, okay, we've been here before, we've been here many times before. Well, we know what it's like to come back from behind and have a win, big wins in kind of crunch time situations. For teams with maybe less experience at that top level, this is where you kind of make your name known, as Sweet Tooth gets the goal. 11 apiece, tying it up, and absolutely coming through in the clutch now for Sweet Tooth, assisted by -0. And that's what I mean. Getting these kind of games, this kind of experience under your wings, that's how you become one of those veteran teams who are known, you know, for just holding it steady on that mental game. And it's all important experience. So Anomaly has, no matter what the results of this match is, they've more than impressed me today across these rounds. And still, they have an opportunity to win this. It is a tied-up game. It's a 1 minute 13 left on the clock. It's Acorn with that disc and sending it clear on to the other side of that wedge. So the stacks coming on through. A nice stun there by Sweet Tooth, but Sweet Tooth gets knocked with that stun, and then right back as Speedy knocks back, gets knocked back rather, with some more stun. So a lot of punches unfolding, and a very timely pass, a tough shot, a big save from Wit. Already a lot of big ones, maybe none more important than that. Saving a potential attempt. Now that said, they need to get back into the other side of the floor here. Burbs collecting the disc. 40 seconds left and any score here as they move slowly up the floor. It's going to be very dangerous now for Anomaly, because this is Illumidotty's bread and butter. This is what they want. They want it to be on this side. They want to be able to work through those cross passes ever so patiently. Going for the well-placed shot. QL Young going ahead by 2. Illumidotty looking to claim this game late. Almost no time left on the clock. Big match, big time plays, and that was a big time cross. To score that, that was not an easy catch or score. There was so much defense in the area, and with the time just about done, that'll do it. It's Illumidotty in round 3, but fantastic game all around, and that was a super entertaining one. Like I said, from the throes of defeat in the first round, a near mercy for Anomaly to be able to come back in rounds 2 and 3 and only lose by the 2 points here. I mean, that is a ridiculously strong showing from them, and yeah, like I said, this is the much needed experience for them to just take it to the new levels and continue climbing that ladder, which is not going to be a surprise to see them do. Fun match there. Read off the stats for you. And it was 19 points the way in that first round. You can see so strong on the effort, led by Speedy V with 15, in fact. And oh my goodness, look at Speedy V's stats. 6 assists as well as 4 saves and 27 stuns. So those first 3 stats especially, I mean, Speedy doing it all. Not only scoring all the points, most of the points, but look at that, the most assists in the entire match. That is ridiculous. And Speedy just showing those smarts and that skill. QL Young as well, 8 points, 2 assists, 1 save. Wit with the 8 points, 1 assist, 8 saves. This is what I was talking about earlier as well. When did this happen? Not used to seeing that many saves. But it's been consistent this season from Wit, so continuing to be pretty dang impressive in the goal, as well as the 40 stuns for him. For Burbs, 8 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, 2 steals, 26 stuns. I mean, yeah, nice effort from Dotty on that one. For the side of Anomaly, so again, the shutout in round 1 were unable to score, but then look at that, 11 points apiece in rounds 2 and 3. Very close matches in both. 9 points for Chocolate, 3 assists, 3 saves, 2 steals, 47 stuns. Big stat line there. -0 with 1 assist, 4 saves, 15 stuns. For Sweet Tooth, 11 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, 40 stuns. And then Acorn, 2 points, 2 assists, 25 stuns. There's a lot of players in this match on both sides with some pretty large stat lines. Hard to even really call out, you know, definitive MVPs. I'd probably put it in Speedy's hands overall, but I mean, there's some big numbers. That's what you get at this level of play. So that said, let's see, we've got about 20 minutes until the next and final match, Fierce Kittens and Riot. So we'll redirect to that at some point in the very near future. But yes, otherwise been a fun time. So other than that, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks chat for engaging. Even if you drive me a little bit nuts. Not all of you, just a couple of you, sometimes. Like I said, be good to each other, dang it. Or else. What is it all for? Fun game, though. Fun times, fun streams today. See, you know, focus. What was it that Mr. Rogers said? Right, always focus on the helpers, focus on the good things. Which is to say, got a lot of happy active chatters there enjoying the match. Got some happy active mods doing the mod things. See Mo angry with the cheese. And could I take that as a smile? Maybe. Farting Crab saying not Pog at what? The game? Hopefully not, because that was great. Got too old to game. Time to go play. That's definitely an effect that the streams typically have. You watch some Echo Arena, and then it makes you want to play. Whoosh saying you stayed up too late casting Cam. Okay, see, this is what I mean. Look, not, why? Why would you say these things that you say? Everyone is worthy of getting casted in the league because it's an all-inclusive league, and everyone gets to be a part of it. Should know, as someone Whoosh who feels the force of the mob sometimes. Exactly, this is my point. You see, if everyone bullies each other, nothing ever gets solved. That's what I'm saying. Everyone knows how it feels and how bad it feels to get mobbed on by a lot of players, correct? We all do. I do. You do. Cam does. A lot of people in this chat know how that feels. So why do we keep doing it to each other? If you keep mobbing and keep allowing the angry mobs to form, they're never going to stop. And that, as a result, fractures the community and what we're all trying to build. But, well, I'm trying not to discipline too hard, but just saying. Because, don't get me wrong, okay? I grew up on gaming and the internet. I understand the dynamics of it all. Don't get me wrong. But there should be some limits, you know? There should be some limits. I said this earlier, you know, one of the casts. With our other casters, I don't think people, and I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, so you should excuse me, but we got like 15 minutes of the next game, so I'm okay. People aren't equipped to, as great as the internet is, we're not equipped to handle the immense amount of voices that come at us sometimes. You know, it's a double-edged sword of internet and gaming. It connects us, but as a result as well, the things that normally in real life would be minuscule, they get blown up so much online. I don't think people are really naturally evolved to handle, you know, criticism from 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 voices at once. You know what I'm saying? Feels bad. But anyway. And come on, Swift. As one of our fellow casters. I'm just trying to impart some things because you know what? Like I said, love the community, but the community only works if it supports each other, and sometimes y'all get out of hand. I just want to see y'all hand in hand, kumbaya and whatnot. But in any case, see, I think I was initially going to do Channel 2 for this last match, but again, since it's kind of close up, I'll probably just go for an intermission and finish out on Channel 1. So, let's see. Yeah, we have Fierce Kittens and Riot coming up next. So, do stay tuned for that, and I will be back. In fact, I already got my invites pretty early, so I'll take it. So, BRB.
15 seconds left. It's 10 seconds now. All we got. We're down into a gunfight here. Raph's going to chuck a grenade out around the corner. He's going to pop out here. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? Will Shenanigans? Sam, the pre-fire's coming. Raph is going to be popping out, and Shenanigans.
Oh my gosh, not in time. Globe.
Oh, a headshot.
Oh, wow. Oh, Raph's getting aggressive.
Right into the smoke.
Whoa. And the frag.
Another one. I never even
Gets
saw
one,
the first round.
goes for two, he gets two, and Emperor don't know what's going on.
Oh, he's gonna find Hailfire here.
Oh, but he has one trained on him. One's looking back. Okay, Raph's able to find Hailfire. Now only 2 members of Ember are remaining here. By the way, this is round 2.
Oh, Bagul is coming downstairs. He wants to kill somebody. He's angry and he wants blood.
He's gonna pick up Sri Lankan.
He's going for the knife.
No idea.
He's doing it. He's going for the knife.
Oh, come on, come on.
Oh, do it, please. Please do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, do it. Yes, he goes out. He's going for it. He's going for it.
One finds 2. Can he find another? He's got to find Fitz. He finds him.
Goodness.
Ryan's the last one. Milkman doesn't spot him out in time. And
Captain Soda might find Cool Breeze here. Oh, wow. Nice play from Cool Breeze, slamming prone, finding the shots underneath. True Baby Bun Nip on the rotation. Trying to find Cool Breeze. Another pick underneath. Shenanigans coming in here, and he gets a third.
Both find Zach Fontaine. This is going back to Mayhem's side. Brass finds a pick of his own, and Theta will try to go for that refrag, but no, it won't work. Now we're to a 2v2 situation. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Plenty of time, but Brass is just unstoppable right now. And now it's all up to Theta. Brass.
Oh, Xandria is in there. He's got to deal with 2 people. Oh, he's able to find one. Can he find Dr. Shot? He's able to do it in one swift swoop. Xandria has taken out the middle house.
TNT is at cap. This is very smart plays from Toledo. They're not going to let this opportunity go to waste. And it's interesting that TNT isn't pressuring this right now.
Just dying.
Wow.
Lionheart can't possibly know Smiles is there. Jamie also not in position. Nobody would have seen Smiles' kill there.
Possible's got to know. Possible here's him coming in.
Maybe.
Smiles is like one-man arming right now. Like he's doing a decent job. Jamie's
Smiles' position. He's going to pick up Jamie as well. In 3, 2, maybe in a second.
He's got
1.5.
There it is. Like what is going on?
So now it's Smiles versus Polysable.
Oh my god.
It's going up inside. He's in there. He finds 4Q. He finds another. Still Team Bravo are down to 1. Rome might cap.
And Lucky is pat out. He's on the objective.
Stay calm. Finds 1, finds 2. Can he get Will, who's behind, punching in the code? Whoa, Neox. And Woods. Wow. Going ham, finding the double.
Map over to pop out. Green Theft manages to find Zach Fontaine somehow. The flash out onto the man. And he's able to find the man as well. This is a great thing for Animal House. They're taking down the shield, but what I would have done would have been try and push. Oh my goodness! Green finds 2 and a sweeping shot.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to VRML. A little bit early on the stream, or on the scene this time, I know, but these teams are nice and ready. Got the invites, possibly the earliest invite I've ever received. Maybe not, about 15 minutes earlier or so. But yeah, these teams all up in here, so gonna get started at some point in the next few minutes, but just shifting over and checking them out here. Fierce Kittens and Riot getting back on the stream. Happy to see it. Happy to see it as we wind down this final day of week 5 in VRML here at season 2. So with that, see here on the blue team, got ourselves the Riot squad, which is to say Riley Mack, the captain here, got Original, as well as Kerbrass, Next Tech, and Waffles. That's their full roster here, but today running with that roster of Riley, Next Tech, Waffle, and Kerbrass. So that will be for Riot. Over on the other side, Fierce Kittens. Got ourselves a friendly neighborhood Potato. Got Sugar Fluff, Ben Crazier, and Inky. Also have a Deadshot on the team. Almost counterintuitive to the name of one Potato and Sugar Fluff. It sounds so nice, and then you get to, Ben Crazier and Deadshot, and then it just gets so mean very fast. But you know what? I guess suitable for the team name in Fierce Kittens, nonetheless. So, hey, why not? But nonetheless, welcome back to the stream. See Chocolate in the chat, or Choco Colt. My bad. Still used to reading Chocolate a few different times today. But yes, matches starting sometime in the next minute or two. The teams have been informed that they can ready up now. Scheduled start time in about one or 2 minutes from now, top of the hour. But like I said, these teams were actually all already in the arena, just kind of hanging out and ready to go a lot faster than you expect from most teams most of the time. So sometime in the next minute or two. See Farting Crab back in the chat there, stopping by. How's it going? All right, so first round will be underway now. The teams are ready, so let's get it on for the final time rather in this Sunday chock full of matches, chocolate full of matches, I guess. As yeah, here we go. So first joust, neutral joust coming out, and it's taken there by Potato over on the sling to the side. Now diving out, it's Inky. Inky collecting that disc, just eyeing down the defense, and a pass over to Potato, a little bit strong there, as Sugar Fluff takes it back and somehow maneuvers it to Ben receiving the pass and then sending it over to the bottom of the floor. So the defense being played here by Riot, and Riot's clear on through. Now a lightly boosted Warful will try and get that disc back first here. We'll see if that's the case. Indeed it will be. The shot a little out of place, so it's going to sail right out the bubble once more and into the side wall. Next Tech will take the disc. And then just check the teammates here. You see the good positioning from Riot. You have the midfielder, you have one at the shoulder, one at the side, but taking the shot now as all the lanes were kind of cut off. Sugar Fluff taking it through and sending it on the clear. Now immediate on the re-grabs, very nice. Several of them lined up consecutively on that daisy chain as the secondary stack here comes on in, but still being stunned and stolen from. So Riot's showing some good control to gather that disc right back. Now a deep heave into the other end of the floor is just going to be taken by Potato again. Potato a little juke and finding the clear as well as it sails to the top ramp. Now Ben Crazier taking the disc at the cloud. Has Next Tech on the contest, but still finds Inky nonetheless. So nice back out and finding the teammates again. So really both ways, the spacing very good from both. Hoping for and expecting, as always, some strong matches and some strong showings, competitive ones at that. A little bit of stall game going on there, it looks like, as some stun games also unfold. Now with 8 minutes left here still, we're scoreless in this first round. Now we'll see if that holds off for too long. It looks like will be the case there as Kerbrass with the clear. Now as it sails back into the awaiting midst there of Inky, a nice tap actually to Sugar Fluff. Sugar Fluff up high, and it's a Potato in the sky, but couldn't get it by the defense. Bit of a tough angle off that pole. And now we'll just come down to the boost. So some more chaining together here as they break apart and retrieve the disc. It's the Next Tech from that side corner, and then side panel, and it goes into the bubble, but Sugar Fluff will retain it and send that on the clear as well. That just bounces a few different places before it gets slapped out once again from Fierce Kittens. So for Fierce Kittens, it's into the mittens of Kerbrass. See Dirka Does Gaming back in there, saying what's up, welcome back over from the Hive, correct? Glad to have you back on stream, as that shot is almost right into the bottom pocket of that goal. That was such a close one, very dangerous, and yet here we are still maintaining that scoreless first round. Very calculated pace attempting to be played now from Riot. I mean, look at these precise passes, beautiful in fact, and getting the shot off of that. So next tech, that was some next level control to get themselves the couple points for Riot. Gotta love the control. It's exactly what you need to do, especially when you're finding yourselves in these scoreless situations. You know, spreading the floor, trying to find those perfect passes and get the highest percentage goal, which you know, either means obviously an open shot, but if not, you know, get those one-on-one plays or plays where you can kind of shoot it from the backboard or from the shield over here, you know, anywhere where you can get those good angles and have a multiple directions to kind of shoot it off in. Now that said, stunning out was Inky there on the defense, trying to get the disc back. However, for Fierce Kittens, Sugar Fluff taking it away and making their way towards the bow tie, perhaps, as a pass gets sent out, but actually taking a bad bounce. So this might open up a lane for Riot to put a hurting on them again. Not a lot of time to work with, and it's going to be slung to the side wall. Will be taken back again by Inky, and Inky with Warful on the side. Meanwhile, on the deep back end, we do have a Rioter in the goal. It's a Kerbrass just playing in. And awaiting the approach of the offense, and the offense it is. It's a tie-up game. Still about half of it remaining in the first round, but 2 apiece as Ben Crazier gets a piece of the goal and takes a piece of that pie. Chaco asking what the difference is between each channel. Typically on channel 1 we'll keep more than prime time, you know, time slots and the most hyped matches, things like that. So if we're doing like multiple matches in a row, or we have matches with a high amount of hype votes, for instance, they'll typically go on channel 1 more. For channel 2, more the overflow channel, and between channel 2 and 3 often used as kind of a training channel as well for, say, new casters, especially channel 3. You know, a little bit lower visibility and things like that, and just as well newer teams like brand new teams might get put on channel 3 as well, just as they get integrated into the league and kind of figure out all the rules and procedures and things like that. But yes, kind of a mix of all that. Channel 1 though is, you know, highest visibility, longest streams, most hype games, things like that. Now anyway, into the clear. It's Fierce Kittens taking it. It's Sugar Fluff, in fact, trying to retrieve it and send it to Potato. Potato the clear as well, as the defenses kind of separate out and just try and collect the disc, or at least get into the goal. But a nice little jump in right into the top. Painting that corner is Inky. So I guess penning that corner. And getting the 4-2 lead here for Fierce Kittens. Still 3:55 remaining. But yeah, Dirka Does Gaming got it pretty much correct there. Again, it's just channel 1, higher visibility, and just meant for more prime time time blocks and hype matches, more or less. Channel 2 is essentially the same. It's just kind of the overflow channel is all. Channel 3 is really the only specific channel that is more often than not meant for kind of training and practice and things like that. As right here will be a nicely placed shot from Next Tech. Right off the backboard, soft touch, glides it in. Very smooth, and 3 minutes left in this first round. It's a tied-up game. Fierce Kittens and Riot. Well, the last streamed match of Week 5. So, launching out, it's Sugar Fluff, the passover, trying to stun out Riley from that defense. Now, speaking of, though, Riley gets the disc back, slings it off into the 2-point area. Now going to be missed on that first catch, but there still are a couple more players for Fierce Kittens able to retrieve it. Kittens now taking place in the bubble on the defense, diving out a little bit there. Sugar Fluff, and Sugar Fluff from beneath, trying to look for a clear off that side panel. Often a good place to go for it. You know, those, I mean, situation dependent, of course, but oftentimes if you throw it straight down middle, it will be easier to, if not get intercepted, it'll be easier just to bounce around on the Geo. That said, great grab there from Riot on the defense. Unfortunately, the clear not quite as successful, so that's going to be another attempt here, maybe from Fierce Kittens on the offense. Let's see. Just tossing it up there to the top, missing again, but still the right idea, right plays being made as Sugar Fluff takes it away. Now Sugar gonna glide it. Sugar Glider, I guess, into Inky's mitts, and Inky, another goal here. That's back-to-back shots for Inky, I do believe, and it's 6-4 for Fierce Kittens, pulling ahead by a little bit, just a little bit, with less than 2 minutes left. Fun match so far, lower scoring, but certainly high competition, make no mistake. It's a very nice goal, and here comes the offensive rollout as it hits the tunnel, but not the hands of the receiver. Warfel there, still trying to contest that. You got Next as well as Warfel, all in the same area, still trying to buy themselves an opportunity at tying it up yet again. We've seen this go back and forth thus far these first 9 minutes of gameplay. That said, first to the disc with a small amount of time is Riot. Next with the clear. Now, if they can find their boost, they will still have that opportunity. They will get there faster. Now attached to each other, breaking off, bouncing off, and stunning. But unfortunately for them, couldn't find the goal. A bit of a tough angle off that backboard. You really have to be precise on that, hitting that that pyramid. But over here, trying to send it over, and that's going to be snuffed out by Sugar Fluff. Sugar Fluff, very staunchy defender there. Look at that, just absolutely shutting them out there with the stuns. Oh, but look at the stack, the speed coming in there from Warfel. Not the stack so much as the boost, I should say. But nice defense there from Riot, getting back. Still another chance at the offense here, but grabbing it here is Riley Mack. Riley Mack. Going for a deep clear. Now there's a boost coming through with 18 seconds left. If they get this disc, could it be a tie? No, the tough angle. Going to be rebounded here just the same. And not a lot of time to work with, so snuffed out by Ben Crazier. And that's going to be looking like a victory for Fierce Kittens, perhaps indeed, in this first round. Really came down to the wire there. But well done from Fierce Kittens. And what was a super competitive first. So diverting over to this scoreboard here, we'll take a look at what it has to offer. Just a good effort from both teams, but it was Fierce Kittens ultimately with Inky. They 4 points, those back-to-back goals, got them some nice momentum and got them feeling good. Ben Crazier as well, putting in 2 points and 2 saves. Potato had the 1 assist and 11 stuns, and for Sugar Fluff it was an assist and 3 saves, as well as 12 stuns. Over on the side of Riot, you had Next Tech with the 4 points into the goal, and 1 save, 1 steal, 9 stuns. Riley Mack 4 with the 1 assist, 1 save, 2 steals, and then Kerbrass with 1 save, 3 stuns, and Warfel with 12 stuns, along with 1 assist, save, and steal. Now that said, it does look like, not mistaken, indeed, we have ourselves a rostered sub coming in for Riot in round 2, so you might see that in just a second. Looks like Original now stepping into the mix. So that'll be interesting. Original replacing Warfel, it looks like. And that's kind of one thing I'm curious about over time, to see if teams do incorporate more. Just kind of going for the, what do you call it? You know, in hockey with the hot swaps and whatnot. Forget what you call that, but you know what I'm getting at, right? With teams, because there's a lot of teams with 5 or 6 players on the rosters, so seeing more and more of them maybe incorporating strategically, you know, going for these roster rotations, kind of going to the bench in a sense between rounds. And yeah, I'm kind of curious if that does become a more frequent thing. You don't see it often, but in this case it was, I think, a concentrated decision. And we actually saw that as well in that game with the Hive and Lunar a few hours back. They did a similar thing between rounds. So some of these new teams specifically are definitely going for that rotation, which is kind of cool to see. Now how it plays out is, well, the question that is yet to be answered, but we'll see here for Riot as we continue in this second round now. You know, Riot just barely losing out in the first, so see if maybe the the fresh hands, the fresh legs come in and maybe buy themselves some opportunities to get some points on the board and take the second round. You know, end on that 3-round series for the week. We already saw one with that last stream. It was super entertaining, Anomaly and Illumidotty. So if we can end the same way here, even better. Now there's Inky grabbing the disc and going to be contested lightly by some players there for Riot, but managing to eke its way through. But there are, unfortunately, defenders here kind of playing the perma-goalie role, bouncing it around, maybe trying to bait the players for Fierce Kittens is Original. Now Original sending it over to Riley. Riley, a soft handoff there, passing it to Next Tech. Next Tech having himself a pretty good game as well. And soft pass once again. Been pretty impressed with this Riot team on some of their very careful passing plays. I mean, equally so for Fierce Kittens, honestly. There's a reason why it was such a close match to begin with, but you like to see it from these teams here. Really able to play it patient, not get overly panicked in a lot of these situations where it'd be easy to just throw a pass or a clear with just incredible force and power, which typically makes it very, very difficult to actually catch and you know, secure goals with. So you see a little bit of it there, for instance. That stat coming through speedily, so really pressuring just a haphazard throw. And as a result, it did get Original back on the offense here. Although I say that, and well, not for too long, because Potato with a stun, but right back again into the goalie. Now slapping it out, right into the hands of Original. Maybe a couple slaps there. Could have just been held, but right now Riley going for an attempted clear. He's going to bounce around and just find itself in the top pocket. Now a little pileup forming here, but some good stuns coming in as well. Players just trying to gather themselves and find the right move. Definitely the right move, the strong move, the fast move, and the fast shot. 9 meters deep for a 3. Original subbing in and going all out. 3 points for Riot coming up first. Very nice for them. See Choco Colton there saying, yeah, I was the guy who rotated in between. Yeah, cool. Very cool stuff. Like I said, it's intriguing to me. I don't know how effective it will or won't be, only because you don't see a lot of teams do it. But I think as the game gets more and more popular, it may very well be something we see more often in Echo's meta going into the future. So a factor to be aware of for sure. And on the passing play, unable to reach the barrier player there that was anchored down. But still in the mid lane, got a little time to collect that for Ben Crazier. A soft hand up here, but cut off nicely from Next Tech once again. So nice work on that end as they do come sailing in. Collecting that disc here on the bottom by that boot will be Next Tech. The immediate fling, but not getting the goal. Great snag there from Inky, just powerful on the defense. As I mentioned on the earlier streams as well, I think in that, what was it, the Hive and Lunar game. The thing is that I am also continually impressed with for a lot of these teams is the fact that they are, you know, getting as good as they are on defense and as fast as they are, because defense is such a hard thing to really adapt to and adopt as a shot does drop. It's Inky. Has the defense, has the offense, has the points. The first 2, at least, for Fierce Kittens in round 2. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, just it's a hard thing getting skilled with defense, and teams who can actually show that defensive potential early on, I think are in a pretty good position, you know, to continue advancing at a strong pace, because offense it's difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more displayable, you know, cut and dry. Like this, you know, cross pass, you anchor down, you position out. I mean, it's very explainable, as right now, Next Tech gets another goal. Whereas for defense, sometimes it's a very nuanced base and position based and rotation based. It's you know, you need a full team effort to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish, especially as, you know, beginners in play. Same applies to offense to a degree, absolutely. Don't get me wrong, but you know, there's a lot of offensive things you can get away with as a newer team or an experienced team. Might not work later on, but point is you can definitely get away with doing a lot of maybe less advised things on offense when you're first beginning Echo Arena. But to the full credit of these teams, they are going for the right plays. They're making the right passes. You know, even if this connection missed, they still eyed it. The point is they're going for that team play. They're going to look for that chemistry to build upon that as Ben Crazier slaps it out the way and into Inky's midst. So Inky already with some nice defense and offensive plays is going to get it back here off that pass. Right back again. Nice two-man game, but maybe too bold as Riley Mack takes it away and goes for that clear. Now as it does get retrieved up on the top by that ceiling, actually a speedy Potato coming on through. Another one of those names that I do love, Potato. Just gets me tingled sometimes. But a Curb Brass with a disc. Needs to try and miss that defender as a immediate grab and fling with some confidence. And with some urgency at that. Ben Crazier, however, being stunned. So off of that, we'll be taken right back by Riley, it seems, and Riley going for that tunnel clear. All the meanwhile, next, coming through with a disc. Now has the open avenue. I'm not going to be able to get that shot, but a rebound perhaps if the positioning is good. Original trying to collect it off that side wall and does so with some success. And you can see immediately, got the disc, and what did he do? He eyed the goal, saw the defense, and then he turned his head around and eyed his teammates. Tried to look for where the best available pass was. So with that, they are going to score off of that, and that is because of that exact great patience and teamwork. Riot doing a nice job in round 2 to further their efforts and maybe forcing the third round here. 3 minutes remaining, though, so they still got to hold on tight. But very nice passing. And very nice patience. Cannot give any more compliments in that area. I mean, I could, but I won't for now. But I like to see it. Makes me happy. Over here to Potato, narrowly weaving one through on that pass to Inky. Inky just trying to evade, but not able to do so as Curb Brass takes it through and sends it to the wedge. Will be Potato with that disc. And unfortunately, no one at the ramp this time to collect it. So Next Tech has it stolen from Sugarfluff. Sugarfluff up to the bow tie. Now Ben Crazy having it stolen as well. So I think compared to round 1, we're seeing a little bit more, steadiness and control here from Riot. Whereas Fierce Kittens, you see a few of these pushes up the floor, like into that bubble. They're going up the floor, but without necessarily the intention of having that next pass in mind, which is one of the strongest things you can add to a game from the team play perspective. Interesting interaction there. Is just making sure that when you do move off of your anchor with the disc into the offense, you're already moving forward with the thought in mind that, okay, I have my teammates positioned here and here, and this is what my next pass is going to be. Because it's very unlikely as a nice shot goes out, but saved out there. Diving is Riley Mack, but intercepting is Ben Crazier, and another save there from Next Tech. Putting on the defensive brakes and really just breaking down that offense very well. So Next Tech with a retrieval here with a player attached and now looming on the goal. Going for that backboarded play, but taken out by Sugarfluff again. Unfortunately, the clear not going to be there, so taking it away, it's Next Tech, but another defensive save. A stunning defensive maneuvers from both sides of the floor. 1 minute remaining in round 2. Inky gets it through. And now the boost. Missing a punch there was Inky, but you know what? Just got to get the disc, and they won't be missing anything. As a result, there it is. The shots, 3-point match. Riot's in joust control as well as the point control by 3. Fierce Kittens need to play with some indeed ferocity as they come out of this next defensive joust. And they're going to need to cause a pretty quick turnover in order to maybe have an opportunity at an OT, but that's about all they can go for at this point is a 3-point tie-up. So if Riot can maintain control, which so far has been the case, especially just throughout the course of this round, that shot not quite getting to the place that they wanted it to, and actually could be pretty dangerous here depending on what happens. Now, Riot does have one in the goal. That's the important thing. Do not want to concede a 3 at the very least. And as one more tap clear goes, it does look like, there we go, the round going in favor of Riot. Nice return here in round 2. So 7 points for them. Both rounds, though, mighty close, as you can see. Both decided essentially just by the 1 goal. So fitting that we do get to end this week on that 3rd round. Again, pleasant. Very pleasant. All right, so diverting to the score screen there, you can see on Riot's side, 8 points for Next Tech. And a few points out of there, apparently going in favor of someone else. Maybe it was a Original. Oh, I see. So Original is actually not on the overlays right now. That's interesting. Just seeing if I can fix it or not. Usually, yeah, it does it by itself. So I don't have Original stats for you on this screen. I can read it for you manually, though. Original came through with 3 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 7 stuns. Definitely helping replace, switching out for a rostered player. Warful in this round, and hey, they got a win. Whether it was because of that directly or not, just did a nice job. But the 8 points from Next Tech as well, doing amazing work all over the floor. And into the 3rd round on this joust. Either way it can go. I'm not going to make any predictions here because, like you saw, both rounds just decided by 1 goal. It was 2 points in the 1st round and 3 points in the 2nd. So either way, really neck and neck are these 2 teams. And just trying to contest each other on this neutral joust. It's Inky with the disc first. Inky as well having a pretty good series thus far. Sugar Fluff right back to Inky, but Original flying through and jutting out for a clear. Now I like the fact there you see Riley and Next Tech. Immediately after that disc was clear, they didn't waste any time, did they? They turned right around and looked for each other. Another huge tip to recommend to all players getting into the game. Keep up those actions per minute, that APM. So then the second that disc is nowhere near a player, if it gets cleared or bounces around, you're always, always, always turning around, whether it's to grab onto a teammate or to grab onto an opponent or to stun someone out. The main thing is if that disc is way in the distance, you're not going to be caught just watching it. You're going to be turning around and looking for something productive to do. So I like the fact that these teams are doing just that. Now, as it gets taken back here by Original, some more good snags. Has had a few of those outside the goal. But unfortunately, throws it right to Fierce Kittens. So Fierce Kittens, another attempt here. Unable to convert on a shot. They're still going to get a rebound, it looks like, off the side. Actually, take it back because it's Riot there momentarily. But some stuns now from Potato. Will knock the disc back loose once more. See Princess taking care of the bots. Cheers for that. Guess that's how you know you're growing. Maybe. I don't know. But on top of it, as always, see Minecraft mods. They're asking if you're too late. Never too late. In fact, even if you are late for a particular match, as is often the case, because of the fact that there's an upwards of 200 matches per week, essentially, and dozens and dozens and dozens of streams, you're pretty much always only an hour away from another game. That said, it does not apply today because this is the last day of week 5, so we'll have the overnight break. But then tomorrow morning, new matches are set again for the week and scheduled, and another Monday through Sunday full of streams. So definitely follow the channels if you haven't already, just to get my cheap plug-in because yeah, we're going live all the time. Right now though, alive on the defensive end, it's Next Tech. Been doing really good on the positioning between Next Tech, Original as well. I mean, they're really causing a lot of trouble here for Fierce Kittens and knocking these discs loose. That said, a 2-on-2 about to form maybe on the goal area as that disc does sail right back above and outside the bubble, allowing the defense here for Riot to retreat. A pass over to Potato, gonna anchor off, but couldn't find the shot either. So getting some nice attempts, but just the accuracy not quite there, so they're going to back it out and maybe play it patiently here, look for another opportunity. And opportunity will be lost because Potato stunned nicely by Riley as well as Original. Some more defense there in the bubble. Just doing a great job on that coverage of those spread out offensive players. See Saloon in the chat. Yes. Ah, yes. Welcome to the stream. And Next Tech welcoming himself to the next goal for Riot. There's 2 points right back on the scoreboard now. Took a few minutes, but like I said, the low scoring as these rounds have been, they've not been unentertaining by any stretch. They've been very fun to watch and very competitive between these teams as this launch does go out, and Sugar Fluff QBing in the pass to the cloud. So Ben with the disc here, trying to evade Next, who's been just an absolute pest in the midfield and in the bubble as well. Meanwhile, Sugar Fluff maintaining control. And with 6 minutes left, it's going to be stolen by Next Tech. So call him out, and he does it again. Just more of that defense, and that's going to bounce pretty close into the goalpost. Narrowly missing. And I do mean narrowly. Nonetheless, Next Tech retrieves it, and he achieves it. And the future for Riot looking bright if they can continue on this momentum that they've built since round 2. You know, losing that first round 6-4, but now just in position, hoping for them to convert that reverse sweep. We'll see. Fierce Kittens, though, they've got a lot of time here, 5.5 minutes to be specific, to still come back and win it. Now, rollout will be kind of misplayed, and it's those kind of unforced errors that will hurt sometimes. You just do not want to give the opposing team too many chances at this. So Ben Crazy are getting that disc and slinging it to the side. Gonna look for some boost, perhaps, if they can. Well, once they collect this disc anyways. Either that or spread the floor, essentially. That's the kind of the name of the meta. Is either if you're apart and not stacking, that means you're spreading the floor to offer passes. If you're close together, kind of like they were there, and that means you should be prioritizing the mobility and the boost. So, different teams and different regions for that matter, between especially North America or the Americas and Europe across the years. One's been more known for the boost, as that one just gets off the pole there. And then one's been more known for passing. Nothing wrong with either meta, honestly. It's just kind of depends on style, depends on roster right now. Flying through with some style, trying to foster themselves a goal, and they will. Next Tech direct into the 2-point check. Up by 6. And again, continuing to close it out. Now a little over 4 minutes remaining. And I'm sure pressure's starting to mount for Fierce Kittens, seeing if they can kind of reach into that pocket, reach into the bag, and find themselves some of that heat that they were claiming in that first round with that offense. Because that's kind of where they're getting stuck here. Now, on this retrieval, it's Sugar Fluff with the send-off to Potato. Now, Potato looking for that clear as well. Now, there's actually a teammate on the other end, so I take it back. Might have just been a pass attempt, and it was almost good at that, but unfortunately wasn't meant to be. Original is going to take that away, send it deep into the 2-point zone. That's going to bounce in and then bounce right back out. Actually bounce right up as Next Tech meets Ben Crazier at the top for the punch, for the goal, and the lunch money being stolen from Fierce Kittens. Riot, they're up by 8 points, continuing to pull ahead more and more with about a point a minute for the last few, it seems like. Still not out of it yet, because look, at the end of the day, we're one good defensive play away from, say, a breakaway goal, a 3-point shot, and, it can be brought right back in just the, blink of an eye. But it's just a matter of trying to kind of regather their thoughts here, and again, the unforced errors not costing them. This case, it looks like it will, and indeed, Riley just walking it right into the goal for the 10th point. So just a little bit in a disarray here for Fierce Kittens, but of course that is the name of the game, and that's the rhythm of Echo Arena. We see many a times from every team in the league, pretty much. Very few teams you'll ever see are able to, play just 30 minutes straight the same exact way. Is another interesting spike there. But eventually the disc finding the way towards Ben Crazier. But yeah, because Fierce Kittens on the whole have played a very good match, but it's the momentum. That's it. In the side of Riot, they've really not been able to be stopped too much, and looking just ever so slightly more controlled there when they're coming into the field. That said, there's the disc control once again by Riley. Riley's going to attempt this attack and just continue looking backwards, trying to evade the defense and shoot it right away, but Next Tech is there to collect it right back and into the bow tie again. So nice positioning here out from Riot, spacing out the floor on every different angle and trying to tangle with all of the defenders in the bubble area. Potato coming away and finding a clear into the midfield. Now it's going to bounce back to the bow tie, taken here by Next Tech, and back again by Ben Crazy. Some hot potato as it goes back to Next. So floating to the mid lane, 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining, and that's always talked about mathematical time here in VRML, that phrase we do love so much. It's about reaching that point. It is looking like Riot in round 3 of this Sunday night game. Or I guess depending on where you are, maybe not Sunday night, but it's nighttime somewhere And right now, trying to put the Kittens to sleep, which is a horrible, horrible pun to make. Sorry about that. It's going to be taken by Next Tech. Next Tech right back into the bottom of the floor. And taken here by Next again. Continuing, I can't believe how many times I've actually said his name at this point, but you know what? The defense has just been immense. And Inky with a good shot there in the final minutes of play for Fierce Kittens. So Inky earlier on was definitely putting on some good shows and making some plays. They got stifled for a bit there for a lot of consecutive minutes now. Just on the offensive end of things. So going to be glad for them to see the goal go through, but it just won't be enough to come back in this round, unfortunately. So with that said, Riot looking very, very good here on this stream. And very unkind juke from Original, not only juking himself, but juking me as well on the cameras. Nonetheless, they're going to take this disc one last time. Riley slinging it to the midline. And with that, final match of week 5 of season 2, Sunday night. Been a busy day, busy nights, busy streams, but 10-2 for Riot, ending it the way that we like best, which is to say in very competitive 3-round matches. All right, so taking a look at the scoreboard, and now there we go. We've got Original properly placed on the score sheet this time. Granted, not counting the full stats, it seems, again, so I think this is just Original's 3rd round stats. He does have three points, but never mind that. Still will have as well a few saves, a couple steals, 10 stuns. Actually make that 27 stuns, just reading it from the in-game overlays at the moment. So yeah, Original doing very, very well for Riot in rounds 2 and 3. Like I said, can't say whether it was a difference maker for sure or not, but for sure Original a great factor. And this Riot team just looking very cohesive. I like what they did for Fierce Kittens. Kind of same thing. They started off strong, but just got a little bit disheveled in rounds 2 and 3. And just slightly slower to the stacks, slightly off on some of the passes, but at the same time, as I was saying, when you do the right things conceptually, which Fierce Kittens were doing absolutely, that spells good things for the future. You know, because they were still making a lot of the right plays. They were still looking for the passing plays. It's just mechanically, it didn't work out every time in some of those rollouts and such. But, you know, those are the things that just happen and change game to game. So as long as the mechanics are solid, the concepts are solid, which they were for Fierce Kittens, I think Fierce Kittens are definitely solid for the future. But it was Inky with that 10-point total there. 2 saves, 1 steal, 48 stuns, a lot of them, in fact, for Inky. Ben Crazier with 2 points, 4 saves, 3 steals, 21 stuns. Potato with 1 save, 1 assist, 39 stuns. And then Sugar Fluff with 2 assists, 6 saves, 1 steal, 29 stuns. Finish reading off Riot's side, because I don't think I did, was 16 points for Next Tech. Yeah, I was saying that name so often, and obviously it was for a good reason. That was a lot of scoring. Not to mention the 3 saves and 5 steals. So a lot of defense on top of it. Definitely a two-way player is Next Tech. For Riley Mack, 2 points, 2 assists, 1 save, 2 steals, and 40 stuns. For Kerbrass, it was 3 saves, 4 stuns, and then for Warful, playing just in that first round with 1 assist, 1 save, 1 steal, and 12 stuns. So very effective games all around from multiple players there. And a good way to end off. But that will do it for now, I do believe. Of course, won't be for too long because tomorrow we're going to have some more matches underway. In fact, there were already 2 matches I can see that were rescheduled to begin tomorrow. So this was Zero versus Frostbite and then Space Force versus Misfits. Those were 2 matches supposed to happen this week, but they used their one-time reschedule of sorts without penalty for tomorrow. So already a hype match on the schedule, a couple hype matches in fact, because you know Space Force and Misfits. First of all, we got Mooney Y joining Space Force tomorrow, and you know I know on the casting booth we say we don't make promises and stuff until we lock it in and blah blah blah. Well, you know what? I'm locking myself in. I'm not streaming Mooney Y tomorrow, so you better be playing. And if you're wondering why we're so excited for Mooney Y, well, just take a peek into the Discords or Twitch chats throughout the day because, yeah, long-time player, a lot of intrigue and mystery surrounding Mooney. whatever the case, I'm super excited that he's joining in competitive play. So I'm already locking myself in for those slots. So yeah, guaranteed streams tomorrow if nothing else. Nonetheless, though, been fun for all you guys who joined me and the rest of us today, and whether it was in these streams or over in Oculus venues in the afternoon. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to all our casters who contributed today, which is to say so much for Subtlety doing camera work earlier on in venues, as well as Sir Dimwee, Swift, Sputnik Cobra casting and doing a great job of that as always. And I've been Palidore. This has been VRML. Thanks one more time as well to our sponsors in ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net. Shout out to our great moderators, Wit, Nada, Sneaky Evil, Princess, Alacost, Gilligan, Echo Zero, and Daniel McFabulous. Inky saying, or Swift saying to Inky to say to me, hi to Pally. Now a little bit confusing, but I think I got the message. Inky, go tell Swift that Pally said hi to him for me. Got that? Good. Thanks. But yes, good games. Anyway, until next time, be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. Just gonna let that one linger for a moment or two, or three. Oh, he said pie, not Pally. Feels bad, man. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go now, so take care, you guys. It's been fun, and have a good night. Hi, Waffles. Bye, Waffles.